Hey everyone, Grub Gun here. Uh, I'm gonna do something different. Well, it's not really that different, I guess. Different for me. I'm gonna answer Pattimus's 10 non-gaming questions. Um, Pattimus asked 10 non-gaming questions, and I'm gonna answer them. I've tried not to watch anyone else's so that I didn't get any ideas in my head. Well, that's pretty normal. I usually don't have any ideas in my head, so that's why I'm doing this, because she's asked questions and I don't have to think. I just have to give my answers, and that's good. So, yeah, it's a nice day here. I didn't feel like doing a pickup video because they're usually pretty boring when I do them, so fuck that. I'll save that for a while and I'll answer Pattimus's 10 non-gaming questions. Uh, I'll put a link in the description to the original video and you can check that out. Even though all she's doing in the video is asking these 10 questions. So I'll put a link to her channel too and you can go and check out her other videos. And take a journey into the realm of the unknown. So, the first question, how am I? Well, that's really an interesting question. How am I right now, or in general? Well, in general, I'm usually okay. I make do. I let the day pass, and hopefully nothing terrible happens in it. So if it does, if I can go to sleep at night without having to get stressed out or anything, that's okay. It's and how am I right now? Pretty good, not bad. I get by, you know. Could be worse. That's what I always say. Could be worse than it is. I've got a place to live. I have food to eat. Got shit to do. I got a job. So what the fuck? I can't. It's not that bad. So I'm all right. I've had better days, but I've had worse days. So I make do. That's how it works. I make do. Question number 2. If I could go anywhere, where would I go, and what would I do there? Well, I don't much like flying, so I don't really know if I want to fly anywhere. So I'd want to go somewhere by boat, or a train, or a combination of a boat and a train. It's a fly in the house. Fuck off. Yeah, so boat or a train. I live on the west coast of Canada, so I could catch a boat here, and I'd take a boat to Australia, because I'd be on a boat, right? And I'd never been to Australia, and it's a big place. And what would I do when I got there? I don't know. Probably get off the boat, for one thing, because I'd be on land after a pretty long boat ride. I like being on a boat. It's lots of fun. You get to look around at the water and trip out that you're sailing in an ocean. So that's pretty cool. And it gives you that slight sense of isolation. I don't know if I'd take a cruise ship. Maybe I'd take one of those where you take a ride on a freighter. You book passage on a freighter and you're there with the crew and you got you got nothing really to do. You can just sit there. But it'd be nice, a little bit of quiet contemplation as you stare out into the fucking ocean, and I don't know. What else would you do? And then when I got to Australia, I'd look at all the neat stuff they had there. Yeah, I'd look at all the neat stuff, wander around in the wilderness there, and also be isolated. Who would I go there with? I don't know. Somebody who could put up with my company for extended periods of time. I haven't met anyone like that yet, so maybe one day in the future there'll be somebody who can deal with this for more than an hour at a stretch. But, hope springs eternal. So, yeah, I'd take a boat to Australia. What the hell, eh? Fuck it. And, if money was no object, and, that would be kind of fun. Yes? Because I don't like planes. I don't like flying on an airplane. It's not that fun. Sure, you get places fast on an airplane, but, it's not very glamorous. Being on a boat, okay, fuck, whatever. Boat to Australia. Number 3, if I could be a member of the opposite sex for 24 hours, what would I do first and how would I react? Well, turning into a girl. Now, would this be just like me as a girl or a totally different person? Would I look different? Because I don't think it would be very good if I just turned into a girl. So, if I was turned into a girl, what would I do first? I don't know. Not really sure. That's a toughie. The obvious answer is you stare at yourself naked in a mirror for 24 hours because that's sounds like a good idea for me. You know what I mean? That's if I did that now, I would be emotionally traumatized for the rest of my life. But if I was a girl, Jesus, not bad, eh? How would I react? Well, I don't know if I was the same person, I would just be. What would it be? My t-shirts might not fit me properly, I guess, and so I'd be a little pissed off. But otherwise, I don't know. It would be fine, If it was just for 20, did you say if it was just for 24 hours? Because if it was for 24 hours, well, I don't know what I'd just go about my business the same way that I would do anything else, just as a dude. You know what I mean? If I had the same brain, it wouldn't make any difference. So I'd just, as long as you don't, it's like when you dye your hair a different color. People, the very first day you go out with your hair dyed a different color. When I used to do this when I was younger, people would say, "Oh man, nice hair," and you'd be like, "What?" "Oh yeah, I dyed my hair. I forgot." So you kind of forget that you were a girl anyway. So, I'd probably just react normally. Just, I'd film a pickup video, and then you know what I mean. It would be different. Be from a woman's point of view, more or less, even though it would still be me. So I don't know. Hero and idol. Person I look up to. Boy, I didn't really think of this one. Oh, God. I didn't really think of any of these, actually. I'm just kind of winging it. Hero and idol. Well, when I was a kid, like a youngster, I used to really like Benny Hill. I thought it was good that he was able to poke fun at himself and be really funny and be multi-talented, sing songs and play instruments, but also like mainly poke fun at himself, because if you can't do that, if you take yourself too seriously and aren't able to find faults in yourself, you're basically doomed to fucking be miserable. So, and at a young age, I had to learn to poke fun at myself, because then that way I was beating everyone to the punch. You know what I mean? Nobody could really make fun of me because I was already doing it. So yeah, Benny Hill probably. I always found him funny. He's very, I don't know. It was pretty. It was he always was the kind of person that I don't know whether I idolized him, but I really enjoyed his. What he did and who he was. So yeah, Benny Hill, believe it or not. If I could be any animal, and what are the reasons? Well, yeah, fuck. I don't know. I'd probably just oof. Well, I don't like flying, so being a bird would kind of suck. Plus, you got to eat like bugs and shit. But I suppose it would be okay because you could just fly around and look down at shit, but I'd probably just be domestic house cat. And I'd find some sucker like me who looks after their cat really well, and I'd have them dote over me continuously, you know? Asked me if I wanted food, brushed me and shit, and gave me a bed to sleep in, and fed me, and whatever the hell else people do with cats, and talk to them, and fucking worry about them and shit. Because, you know, why not? Well, that'd be a switch. So yeah, little domestic house cat, little kitty cat. Why not? Be fun. I could jump high and stalk my prey and eat a bird, maybe. You know what I mean? Those smarmy birds who think they're better than everyone else because they're flying around. I'd fucking eat them. There you go. Take that, you bastard. How do you like that? Fuck you. I'm eating a fucking bird. Kill a rat? Fucking. There you go. Vermin. Take that. And I don't think cats know that they're that big. I think cats think that they're the size of a lion and that everything else is in proportion to them. So, you know, when they kill a rat, it's like they're killing a gazelle or something. So I would never, you know, it would be kind of cool because it would still be a triumph. So, yeah, it'd be a little kitty, a domestic house cat, probably a ginger Tom, you know what I mean? I've had a couple of those and they seem pretty regal. So, yeah, there you go. A superhero, and what would be my stats, and who would be my nemesis? Well, you know, the easy answer would be like someone like Superman, right? Where you're flying around and fucking got laser eyes or whatever he has, and like super breath, or what does he have? I don't know. You can punch people really hard and stuff. But I don't know about Superman, you know? I don't want to be... That's just sets me up, because people would always ask me to do shit. Hey, Superman, or Super... whoever you are. Fucking coming, this boat's sinking, you gotta help it not sink or whatever. Oh no, the volcano's blowing up, use your ice breath on it. I don't want to do that, because what if I was busy, you know? It'd be like, oh fuck, now I gotta fly over to fucking some volcano somewhere and fucking put it out. So I'd be adequate, man, you know, where I could carry groceries for like 30 blocks and my arms wouldn't get tired. You know, I could climb flights of stairs without getting winded. You know, you know, just adequate stuff. Not that, you know, you know, your hair doesn't need to be washed, except maybe like twice a week. You know what I mean? Well, as you can see, I follow that stringent schedule anyway. But you know, like just adequate, man, not Superman, because you just, like I said, you're setting yourself up being a superhero like that. So you know, people would be like, hey, adequate man, do you have change for a 5? Yep. Yeah, I got change for a 5. Here's 2 2s and a 1. That's adequate, you know what I mean? That's as much as that's the kind of power I want, you know? Hey, adequate man, what's the exact time? You know? 4:18 p.m. Wow, thanks. That was amazing, man. Well, it's good enough, right? So and yeah, that would be my stats, and I don't know what my outfit would look like. Probably much the same as this, just adequate, you know, just able to get by without getting kicked out of places for being filthy. And my nemesis would be oh geez, I don't know. Just I don't know. I couldn't really say. Everyone's already my nemesis. You know, I'm already annoyed by everything. So that would just remain the same. So adequate man and everyone in the world who fucking annoys me is my nemesis. Taxi drivers. Evil taxi driver man who fucking cuts me off all the time on the street. You see, that's not good. You know what I mean? They think that they can fucking get in the fucking right-hand lane there at a light and try and scoop you. I'm not going to let you do that. You know, that's not appropriate behavior. Adequate man to the rescue. I'll fucking cut you off cold nuts. I'll run you up the fucking bumper of that car. I don't give a shit. Adequate man to the rescue. Okay, and number 7, pick one of 4 of these things that you can have. the one is the dinosaur pet that you have the complete emotional connection with, and he's your only mode of transportation. Never feel physical pain, but your emotional pain is accentuated or boosted or 10 times as much or whatever. If you have an appendage that turns things into whatever item you want it to turn into, that one was close. Or immortality. Now, I mean, immortality, that's ridiculous. I know by the time, if I make it to 80, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed off at that point about everything. You know, I will not want to have any more conversations again, you know, at 80, you know, like, I'll be done at that point, you know. At 42, I'm already fucking pushing the limit here. I'm pissed offedness. So, I mean, so I'd pick the dinosaur pet, and what kind of pet would it be? Well, one of those flying ones. What are they called? Pterodactyl or pterosaur or whatever, one of the ones that flies. Because what the fuck? You're riding on a dinosaur who has to walk everywhere? That's ridiculous. That's a terrible fucking, that's a terrible mode of transportation. Because we don't know how fast they went, right? And if you had to ride on the back of one that like stood up, like one of those fucking, what are they called, Tyrannosaurus, or the ones that stand up on their hind legs, you'd be way back in the saddle there, holding on, and it wouldn't be comfortable. So you'd have to ride on its head or something. That's a terrible mode of transportation. But if you're on like a pterodactyl, you know, providing it could carry my weight, let's assume that it could. You can fly everywhere. And I know I don't like flying, but if he's not going to drop me, and his engines aren't going to fail, and I'm not going to crash, so it's like, all right, hey, Mr. Pterosaur, whatever your name is, doesn't matter what its name is. You know, you can call it whatever you want, you know. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. Buddy, let's fly over to, I need to go to the store. Let's fly over to the Safeway. I need some milk. So we could do that. So yeah, I'd, one of the flying dinosaurs, whatever they are. Google that. I'm not really sure what they are. Question 8. Do I believe in magic in a young man's heart? Well, of course I do. You know, a young man's heart, you should be thinking that the entire world is your oyster and you're capable of doing anything you want, and that you know there's still possibilities out there in the world that you know that everyone's great, and you know all that stuff, and then you know slowly you realize that it's totally the opposite, and the world's just out to destroy you, and you know it's a fucking rat race, and people just want to you know basically crush your soul to the point where you become an introvert and don't want to talk to anyone. So, yeah, of course I do. Yeah. It'd be nice to be a kid again and relive that magic where you wake up in the morning and go, geez, look, I'm going to climb a tree and then I'm going to pretend I'm an astronaut or some fucking thing like that. I don't know. But, you know, now you wake up in the morning and think, yay, I have to go to work and, oh, for fuck's sakes, right? So, yeah, be nice. Favorite piece of furniture, number 9. Well, that one's easy. This one's a no-brainer for me. The footstool. I like putting my feet up. So even if I was sitting on a milk crate, I'd want another milk crate to put my feet up on. So yeah, footstool. I mean, all this other stuff. You know, shelves are great and everything, and fucking whatever. Chairs are good and stuff. But you know, I need something to put my feet up on. I'm fidgety that way. I usually end up flipping the footstool over because I'm playing with it, trying to balance it on one leg and shit. But yeah, just a little footstool or you know, a step stool or anything like that. I like things to climb up on. And number 10. If I could be any species from any fiction, and what would I be? Well, I don't know. I thought, you know, I'd probably like to be a Cyberman from Dr.WHO. Now, I know the Doctor usually comes along and destroys them all. But, you know, before that, you know, say I was one of the Cybermen that didn't get found by the Doctor. Well, think about it. Your emotions are completely removed. You could wander around and not be bothered by anything. And you get to wear a nice silver suit and a silver hat. I mean, fuck. That's the future to me. You know, silver suit, silver hat, emotions wiped from your mind, and global domination. It's win-win as far as I'm concerned. So I think that's all the questions. I think that's that's it. Yeah. Well, there you go. I hope you got to know me better, or not, or whatever. Doesn't matter. Yes? No? I don't know. Anyone? But yeah. So thanks, Pattimus, for asking these great questions. You saved me from thinking up something, which I'm not good at, because the old gray matter has been abused so much when in my youth that I don't have a creative bone left in my body. So, all right. So as I said, Pattimus channel link below. Questions, answer, fun talking. All right. So it's a nice day. Oh, it's a nice day. Thanks, everyone. I'll be back with something much less creative than this in the future, because I'll be thinking of it and somebody else won't have given me any questions to answer. So, Pattimus, link, description, below, video, talking, fun. This has been Grub Gun. What are we at here? 21 minutes. Oh, for fuck's sakes. This has been Grub Gun. I'm signing out. Bye.